Section 1-2, grouping symbols. Objective, to simplify expressions with and without grouping symbols. What are grouping symbols? These are things that we're going to be working on. So, today, we're going to go over these things and talk about what grouping symbols are. What are they? What do they mean? What is grouping? Well, we've already talked about like one of the main grouping symbols. They're putting things together in the group and saying, take care of this business first. What were they? They kind of look like this. They were parentheses, right? Remember you put on your blinders, you're like, oh yeah, I'm going to take care of all this stuff first. And then I'm going to work outside of those parentheses. So we tackle these inside the parentheses first. We work with these grouping symbols to make sure we take care of business in that group. Now, there's three main ones that they're talking about in this book. There's parentheses and brackets, which are, pretty much the same. And then there's the fraction bar. What is the fraction bar? Where is the fraction bar? What do they mean by the fraction bar? Oh, not erasing well. Before I look above here, I'm going to talk very quickly about the fraction. Here it is. 6 minus 5 over 3 plus 2. This, in the middle, is the fraction bar. It's saying there's a group up here, there's a group up here. So it's kind of implied that these guys are in parentheses, so take care of that business first, okay? Work above in the numerator or the northerator, and then the denominator, the downominator. You know what I'm saying? So 6 minus 5, 1. 3 and 2 is 5. 1/5. So that's the fraction bar. Parentheses, well, you see them all the time. They're just like this. And sometimes when there's embedded parentheses, for instance, 3, 4 minus when there's more than one set of parentheses, sometimes they turn one of them into a bracket, the outer one, just to help make it look a little bit organized so you know that this guy goes with this guy and these ones go together. Either way, when you're working with parentheses or many parentheses, you go all the way in as far as you can and you zone in on that middle, the inside, then slowly take care of it and work your way out. So I'm going to go way in. Take care of this business, 2 plus 6. Notice I brought everything else down. 3, what is that again? Ooh, multiplication. Multiplication is left out, the sign is left out. So when this number is right next to this guy in parentheses, this isn't 38. There's no operation in between. So it is multiplication. You always do multiplication before addition or subtraction. 3 times 8. 4 minus 24 is negative 20. You start at 4, you go down 24, you start at 4, go down 4, then down to negative 20. And again, multiplication. Even though, this guy's a bracket, this is still multiplication. 3 times negative 20, negative 60. If I have 3 negative 20s, I have negative 60. Don't sweat the positive negatives. We're going to get to that stuff later. So there's two main problems I want to talk about. See them right up here. These are the two problems we're going to work on today. All right? Take a look at them. One of them says to simplify. The other one says to evaluate. We simplify numerical expressions, we evaluate algebraic expressions. So, I need to simplify this. I don't have to evaluate, I don't have to give it value. This guy has to give value to. We already know the values of everything in this, all right, over here. This would be 1/2. Okay, now. Evaluate, where do I go first? I go in, work inside, look for groups. I do see a group over there. See a couple of them. So, let's work in this group here. 12 minus 7. 5. What about here? 35 minus 6. Inside, then 29. Minus, now there's nothing to do in here. So these parentheses are just here. They're just saying, here's a little group. There's no operations to do inside, but this guy, it's not 64, then it must be multiplication. Always do multiplication before any adding and subtracting, so I'm not going to do 29 minus 6. I always do the multiplication first. 4, and I look, alright, this is a group, and this is a group. So this numerator, 3 times 5, will stay in the numerator, 15. There's a group on the bottom. 5. And finally, right, we were not grouping this, the fraction bar was grouping these, putting these guys in the group. 15 over 5. Every fraction bar is saying divide, it's division. It's 15 divided by 5. How many 5s go into 15, right? 15 is how many 5s? 5 is what part of 15? I mean, no. 15 is what part of 5, sorry. 15 over 5, how many 5s? How many bottoms go to the top? That's a trace. 15 divided by 3, there we go. Now, so we simplified this. We worked inside the grouping. I tried to make the most complicated one, but just remember, you work inside those parentheses first. Over here, evaluate. We use substitution, and we substituted in this problem. Oops, I'm going to switch this for a second. I'm going to change this. There, sorry. 1/2 C minus 2B plus M. Now in substitution, we know that these little things given here, we can substitute. I know that everywhere there's a B, it's equal to 6. Every 6 is equal to a B. Every C is an 8. Every 8 is a C. So wherever I see them, if I want to evaluate and give a value to this expression, I substitute, drop it in. So I'm going to rewrite this, but instead of a C and a B and an M, I'm going to put an 8, a 6, and a 2. So I'm going to rewrite it identically. C, 8 minus 2 times, I'll remember this, we do not write 26, do we? 2 next to a B means multiplication. It's 2 times 6. Okay? Plus M. Oh, not M. What am I doing? Plus 2. Now I look in, and I take care of my grouping symbols. Look for the parentheses. Here, I got to work in here first. What do I do first? Subtract or multiplication? You always do multiplication first. So let's take care of this business. 2 times 6 is 12. 8 minus 12 is, I start at 8 and I could go down 12. 8, I go down 12. So if I have 8 and I go down 8, I'm at 0. I still have to go down 4 more. Negative 4. So I'm down at negative 4. What's half of negative 4? 0 to negative 4. What's half that? Negative 2 is half that distance. Half of negative 4 is negative 2. Negative 2 plus 2. Well, I'm down at negative 2 and I go up to 0. And there we go. So what we've done here, we've taken care of some business. We talked about grouping symbols. Fraction bar is telling you, take care of the stuff on the top, in the numerator, the northerator. Take care of the stuff on the bottom, the denominator, all right? The parentheses, you got to work from the inside out to simplify that. Again, we're still evaluating these algebraic expressions, okay? We're evaluating by doing substitution. Have a great day. Enjoy it.